Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good day. I have to keep redoing this video because I am making it way too long. So this video is going to be about the first time that I started chemo. And what you will need to start with is actually getting your port installed. I like to say installed. It kind of makes it a little funnier. So I had to have my port installed at a day center. And it was a really quick procedure. They knock you out, they install it, you wake up, you go home. For me, I totally resumed a normal day. It was no problem. I did have some pain, especially where the port is. It's right here. You can see the scar, and then the port itself is right here. You can't even see it besides the scar. So I had that put in, normal day, not a problem. Minor pain for a few months. The pain radiated for a little while, and then I'm totally used to it now. I don't ever think about it. So a chemo round is usually once every 2 weeks, and they will normally have you do labs and a pre-check with your oncologist just to make sure everything's okay and it's safe for you to proceed. And then you go into the infusion center, and for appendix cancer, it's usually FOLFOX or FOLFIRI, and in some cases it's both together, and I think you pronounce it as FOLFIRINOX. And I was so scared the first time. I overthink things, but it really was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So the first time I didn't have numbing cream because the pharmacy was out and couldn't get it to me in time, and I told the nurses, and they gave me a glove full of ice, and I held it over the port for 10 minutes. And then they just prepped the skin area, and they told me how to breathe. And then a certain time, they just inserted the needle, bandaged me up, and started the drip. So what they do is they usually start you with pre-meds, and you may get Benadryl, which will most likely knock you out, make you take a nap. And that's always nice. I always appreciated the Benadryl. And they give you anti-nausea meds and then the chemo cocktail. So, excuse me, this can take 2 to 6 hours depending on how busy they are, how you're handling it, how long it takes for this pharmacy to bring up maybe possible insurance issues, whatever. You will be sent home, unless you're not getting this as part of your regimen, with a 5FU pump. And mine was body heat powered, so it was a little mechanism that they taped to my belly, and then a tube that they put under my bra and my shirt, and then they taped it, and it would come out on my hip with extra tubing. And I was given a bag, like a fanny pack with adjustable straps, so if I wanted to go out, I could wear it crossbody or over my shoulder like a purse, and nobody knows. You can even put it in your own bag, your own purse, pocket. Just make sure you're really careful with it. And at night, I would adjust the straps and wear it over my belly because I flop like a fish. And I knew that if it was on my belly, it was safe from me landing on it. So that's how I slept with it. Your chest will probably be covered in bandaging to protect the needle, because the needle will still be inserted and connected to the pump. And so you'll have bandaging up here. So I just, always wore a t-shirt to cover that up. So you can bathe while you're connected. This 5FU pump is connected for 46 hours. So you'll go back in 2 days and have it disconnected. But you can bathe. If you're going to take a shower, keep it out of the water. If you're going to take a bath, keep it on the ledge. Just be careful with it. But I usually just, I would take baths, but I would try to avoid that. And I would just shower the morning of my infusion, and then I would shower after disconnect because I wanted to get all those smells off of me anyway. So the first round, besides nausea, I was like, I can totally do this. This is going to be so easy. Yeah, I was cocky. Symptoms of fatigue got worse after each round. And my first round, I didn't have the anti-nausea pre-med called Emend. And when I told my nurse at the second round how I had nausea, he made sure that insurance would add Emend before he would start infusion. And I'm so glad he suggested that and made it happen, because that was a total game changer. I had absolutely no nausea thanks to Emend. They also gave me Aloxi, steroids, and other anti-nausea meds at home like Zofran, Compazine, and Ativan. Ativan is like a miracle drug for me. It helps with sleep, it helps with anxiety, panic attacks, and it helps me with nausea. So Ativan is the only thing that actually helped me with the nausea at home. None of those other pills worked. We even tried a whole bunch of weird things like olanzapine and a few other drugs, and they just didn't work. And you can't take Ativan all the time. So a few times I had to resort to THC candies and gummies. And so I did the 1-to-1 cocktails with indica strain. And the way they told me it works is into the couch is how they think of it, because I really was into the couch. Like, I couldn't move. And my cat Ramsey, he just loves that because I couldn't push him away, and he likes to get right here and drool all over my face and my neck. It's really gross. So he enjoyed it. I slept away 2 weeks at one point because it was the only thing that helped with the nausea. So just have a few things on hand that will help you, hopefully, if you suffer from nausea. My second round, I already talked about that with the Emend. Now, the Emend was great until I had a severe allergic reaction to it on round 6. So this is part of why you have to stay in the infusion room and why nurses are watching over you. So if you feel anything strange, let them know so they can be aware that, okay, something's not right. They may stop the drip. They may slow down the drip. They just want to make sure that everything's going to be okay. So always let them know if you feel something strange. At the infusion room, I have the best nurses ever. They are amazing. I have the best social worker ever. They visit with me the whole time. They also offer snacks of different kinds. They have water, cold water, hot water, room temp water. They have a fridge. They have heated blankets. They have pillows. They're always catering to you. In my bag, I bring this big bag with me. It's an overkill, but you never know. I always bring a very long phone charger and wall plug-in because I just drain my battery in there. I always have tissues, hand sanitizer, like a little purse-sized one. I always have gloves, lotion, chapstick, gum, mints, candy, always gummy bears for me, and mints. The Starlight mints are my favorite. My fanny pack pouch, after your first round they will give you that pouch I was telling you about. You want to bring it back each time. I always bring entertainment like a book, laptop, or tablet, though I rarely ever get to those because I'm always visiting with everybody in there. An anti-nausea stick is a good idea, like one that you open and sniff. A water bottle, just in case your room doesn't have water for you. And I bring my chill pill. My stepmom makes these, and they're great for when you're stressed. You just squeeze them. So if you're scared, nervous, squeamish, bring something that you can squeeze like a stress ball when they're inserting the needle or you're scared. It really does help. And if you need one of these, let me know. I can send it to you for shipping as long as I have some. My stepmom can't always keep me stocked up, but I like to help out my fellow appendix cancer warriors. As for work, everyone is different. Some people have absolutely no side effects and are able to just continue on with work. Some people get very sick and have to take time off. You're going to have to go by how you feel. I recommend journaling everything, how you feel on day 1, how you feel on day 2, because you might have a routine that you start to see, and then if you want to work, you can rearrange your infusion schedule to have your bad days on the weekends. That way you don't have to miss work. So you'll figure that out pretty quickly. For me, as I went through more infusions, I started having 1 week of feeling like hell and 1 week of feeling amazing, like living life and just being totally high off of life. And then it was time to do it all over again. And that can be very emotional. That can be very difficult to go from feeling so bad to feeling so good to making yourself go in and do it again. The reason why I switched from FOLFOX to FOLFIRI was the neuropathy in my hands got so bad I couldn't do absolutely anything. I make jewelry, I make soaps, I'm a typist. I'm self-employed, thankfully, so I work at my own pace from home. But I couldn't work. I couldn't even handle the TV remote. And my feet were bad. I kept falling, and I couldn't even tell that I couldn't feel my feet. I ended up falling downstairs while I was still connected to the pump, and there was a scare that the needle was starting to come out. So it was just pretty traumatic. And at that point, we decided, okay, the neuropathy is really bad, and we need to switch her off of FOLFOX and put her on FOLFIRI. So that's what they did. So what to wear to infusion? Whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable in. For me, it's usually PJs or leggings. I love that LuLaRoe stuff, or LuLaRoe. It's ugly but comfortable. Make sure that your top or your shirt provides access and room for the nurses, because they need to be able to access most of your chest area without struggling, or they're going to have to stretch out your shirt or have you take off your shirt and drape you. So just make sure that it's a button up, a zip up, or very loose for them to access you. Essentials for FOLFOX. I might have to get into another video on this because this is getting long. So I think I'm going to do another video on essentials and end this one here. I'll just cover how I got through all of this. I got through it by watching TV. I took a lot of baths for comfort and relaxation. I listened to flute music because it just makes me really relax and zone out. My husband had to put up breathe notes everywhere because I would forget to breathe. I ate mainly sour candy or had Dairy Queen Blizzards. I just couldn't tolerate the taste of anything really besides that. So I had to keep weight on. That's what I ate. I slept a lot. I read. And I took my dog on a lot of short walks. I was still able to do almost everything I needed to do, like errands, take care of my animals, go to lunch with mom, cooking, cleaning. Just that first week of infusion, I was pretty much down. And then the second week, I got everything done, and I prepared food for the next week. So you'll figure it out. It's just not going to be as scary as you think. It's going to be okay. You can do this. If you have questions about anything, let me know. I'm not an expert, so you might want to ask your doctor if it's something medical that I may not be able to answer. And I've got another video coming soon about what's in my bag and essentials that you may want at home. All right, thanks. Bye.